A little bit cooler this morning. Had I left water on last night, it would definitely be froze this morning. It's like 22 degrees. And even though things are white, it's actually probably dried off since last night. Things were whiter last night when we had dinner. There was more moisture in the air. And I'm guessing that's Blue standing down there. Otherwise, these dogs would have really had a fit. Kind of surprised to see him out that far already this morning and not hanging with me because, you know, with his hip issue and a little arthritis. But he must have seen something, maybe one of those cats that's been around. I think that's what the dogs go in here part of the time after. But anyway, hey, light. That scares the shit out of me sometimes, especially when I sneak through here during calving season. I try to walk where it won't catch me because then it blinds me. But then somebody, who will remain nameless, Rainy, will walk over and, or if Whiskey's the one running out here with me, can't miss that big tail of his wagging in the air. Oh yeah, and wet spots are still from yesterday. That's how much condensation we had on the roof. Because it ain't started to thaw today. And it's going to be probably about 10 o'clock before I even think about turning water on. There, you got two different views of it. I wish over here would come up better. Yeah, you can't see it from here. From above, you can see through in there. Anyway, there's your Saturday morning sunrise. If you look close, you see sparkles. It's snowing inside. It's warmed up just enough to let some of the moisture fall from the tin. But as soon as it leaves the tin, it freezes back up into ice crystals again. That's just because the sun's actually hitting the roof. And they're just a little steamy. I'm finally getting around to feeding them. Dogs are eating, in case you can't tell. Blue likes to bark at his food. And these girls are looking fuzzy. Maybe their first guesses on winter were correct. I don't know. And, oh sure, turn your head the other way. From what we can tell, that's just a scab on there. We need to probably get her caught up and look at it. Should try to get some straw in here again, too. Yay. And cold weather's doing wonders for that wet spot. In case you're wondering, the back one there behind Boomer was walking kind of gingerly when you first saw her. Because where it's still shaded is still solid as can be. But unfortunately, it'll all be muck in about another hour and a half. That's about when I can turn water back on. Well, maybe 2 hours. So, anyway, get them fed. It's Big Girl's baby. I think she's about the youngest one in here. And there's Hope looking at us. Let's put Hope right beside the biggest two calves in here. There should be 511C next to her, and that's Sapphire on this side. And actually, let's see, looks like the four biggest are all in the same section as the smallest one in here. And the second smallest one's here, and probably that one. The rest are pretty good match. Yeah, there's Dancer. Penelope's mommy, can you tell? She's got the tick in her back. Wait a minute. That's not Dancer. Wrong color tag. What did I screw up? I don't know who that is. Boomer. But let's see. There's Minnie Moo. Who was standing here a minute ago? Hey, girls. Ruby was right here. That one maybe? I don't know. I can't tell from here unless they look up. Oh well. And then these girls. I gotta say, all in all, that's a pretty good group of heifers. A couple a little shorter than the others, but I don't think there's any of them that are too much smaller. I know there's a pretty good age difference. I believe one of Big Girl's calves is over here too, and she was the youngest one we kept. Don't ask me which one it is from here, because once again, you know, if I see their face, I got half a clue. Of course, these girls all have their permanent numbers, and I haven't gotten used to those yet. There's that one there, a yellow tag. And this one here, she acts like an old cow. A little bigger too. Oh, that's enough, Gavin. Fill buckets for later and get something done. Ended up using that to fill buckets this morning because I'm trying to get some out of the other end without going to the other end. Get this one light enough that I can go over through the dip and set it up there. When these are full with this feed, I can't go through here and get it up there. If we were a bale less and I had room to get down there, maybe, but otherwise I got to come through there, and I moved those bales. I don't think I can get through there. I can come through there and pivot. Anyway, so I was using a scoop this morning. I made that scoop probably 15, 20 years ago. Kind of patterned, sort of patterned anyway, after one the neighbors used to have. It's shorter. The one the neighbors had was longer and smaller diameter. But this being shorter is balanced better. I mean, when it's empty, it's balanced on my finger right there. And when it's full, it's balanced just about the same place, and it's not spilling. So I happen to think about, that's an old piece of auger tube. And that was actually off of an old headboard off a bed, sleeping bed. And I don't remember what the butt was, but the only thing when you're scooping very much, see the shiny spot on there, your finger rubs right there. Could have been a little piece of round stock instead, but hey, it works great. That's what counts. Take 3 on this section. What the heck? I goofed earlier and said the wrong things when I was turning the water on for the cows earlier. I'm hoping they're right and it's not going to get that cold tonight. Got that cold this morning though. Anyway, update on Barney the bull. Some people asked what he weighed. 2,800 pounds on the money. So he's got a lot of weight on him. And here's my artistic like drawings. That's the side of a hoof, okay? That's the leg. He's got cracks in the outer wall on probably all 4 hooves. This would be the bottom of the hoof we were working on. You got a hard layer around the outside. That's what this is, that hard layer. And about where this black line is, that would be what they call the white line. It's between the inner layer and the outer layer, just where the two meet. And usually an issue with the white line is something's punctured in here or wrong in here, and it migrates to the white line and then it erodes out. Not really sure what the hell Barney did, but he had a strip. We're looking at the bottom of his right hind, okay, so this is the inside toe. He had a strip in here that I could lay my pinky finger in it on almost all the way in. It was a pretty tight V, so but at the outside I could lay my finger in there. And it was full of rock and shit, and we dug all that stuff out, peroxided the hell out of it, dug it out again, and then totally soaked it with copper tops, which is kind of like a disinfectant and a bandage all in one, I guess is the best way to describe it. So anyway, that's the update on Barney. When Rory got home, he wasn't walking real good. He was gimping on the other 3 legs. So I'd like to think we did him some good on that one. When Ty got home last night, he hadn't been in a barn yet. He'd just been out in the pasture, didn't want nothing to do with the barn. But sometime during the night, he went to the barn, which means he had to cross the rocks, which we were kind of hoping maybe he wouldn't. But anyway. And Ty went through a bunch more shit today. I did too. Top of this box is empty now. I'm trying to figure out how to make all that stuff fit properly over here. The way it was in the other box, it didn't have the dividers. I already broke the one out that was here. So this sat clear over. And then the other 2 boxes sat here with miscellaneous stuff around. I didn't want to pull these side dividers out. Bad enough pulling the one out. So anyway, this is in here. And I think I'm going to end up just making another plate. That's a piece of 1/8 inch with bolts stuck in from the back and welded in to hold everything. So, it can wiggle. But it can't go nowhere. Excuse me, the issue is neither one of those boxes, the 3/4 or the 1 inch, neither one of those boxes will physically fit in here without taking this out. And I don't want to take this out. I want to leave it in. So if I make another plate, I can get all of them in here. And I need to do something for these, because obviously this thing, it'll fit in. Well, no, it won't even fit in there. There, it'll fit in on an angle, but you can't shut the deal because it's too high. So I got to figure what to do there. I don't really like these rails. They can be a pain getting stuff on and off. You got to screw them down or you can't. But I'm wondering about if I can find. I don't have one with the 1/2 inch clips. That's 1/4. These are 3. This is 3/8. That's 1/4, and that's 3/8. These are 1/2. I have the rails that were bolted into that box. This one I think was just laying there, but they're all 3/8. Doesn't do me any good. Somewhere I used to have a baggie full of the 1/2 inch ones though. I don't know where they are. I mean, I probably got pissed off and threw them because I don't like those. And I thought about getting another set of these and just cut them down. Because, obviously, these you only have so much space. But I'd have to cut, even this one is too long to fit in the space provided. So, anyway, I got to figure that out. Oh, and I did put that on that. On the other box, it was below the handle, but on this box, the handle gets in the way because it sticks out so much farther. So I put it above, and you can still reach in and get stuff out of here. So, hope you all had a great Saturday. Hope everybody has a good Sunday. And I'm going to go in. Just about time for some supper. And put a video up. So, thanks for watching, everybody.